My name is Diamond Marie. I'm 29, born and raised in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm a published international model, exotic entertainer, adult actress, and
every club has a house fee. You know, that goes directly to the club. We make a lot of money in dance rooms, VIP rooms, champagne rooms, single dances.
House moms in the back, paying them, DJs paying them, sweepers, the guy. We, a bunch of women, half naked in the club. It's the guy coming around supposed to be helping us scoop up our money. What the fuck why y'all not paying him? You know? It's just a lot of people in your pocket, so you just gotta make it make sense for the night, you know?
Your waist and your shoulders, girl, you thick like a boulder. I like when you roll it, but I love when you get lower.
All right, man, it's levels to this strip club shit, man.
Okay, so coming to South Florida for the first time, you're expected to see a lot of water. Whether it's raining or they're making it rain, you're gonna see a lot of water. That Florida water.
South Florida, a lot of these girls come from South Florida or they dance in South Florida, and South Florida strip club is like where like you said, throwing the money. It's flashy, this big racks of hundreds. They want to show off. They want to come out with diamonds on their neck and be big ballin'. And in South Florida, in Miami specifically, there's a lot of that. It's a lot of drug money and hustling money and pimping and all that stuff.
I guess making it rain for me, like I want to see like what type of person you are. Like, yeah, you got fly clothes on, you dress well, you smell good, but can you really make it rain though? Like what are your pockets? Like, what kind of bracket are you in? Like, show me your bracket.
Oh, down here, baby, they throwing it. They like to compete with motherfuckers. Okay, this nigga throwing money. I'm gonna try to throw more money than him. That's what they do down here. It's very fast down here too. The music's fast, everything's fast. The money come fast. So yeah, that's what in a strip club down here. I feel like the culture, especially around Broward and Fort Lauderdale area, the niggas, they definitely love to compete in the clubs.
Most time guys throw money because they flexing. Some guys, they be in there drinking. They might be lit, having fun. Some guys even do it out of disrespect,
It could go either two ways. Maybe their ego, maybe they see a nigga they don't like in the club, they try to flex on that nigga,
That's them niggas vibe right there, you feel me? Them niggas, that's what they come in there to do, to blow a quick 10, blow a quick 5, you feel me? Them boys probably done made that shit that same day, so that's what they coming to do every day.
I don't know what it means. Shit, I don't know. I just go pick that shit up. It don't mean shit. All I see is niggas throwing money.
If there's other girls standing around, he make a mess. Now you trying to figure out if that's for you or not. Y'all might have not exchanged the best words, So some guys throw money to make a mess to flex, and some guys do it to be messy.
You have to just know, like, if you're sitting with a girl and you're throwing the money up in the air, but it's really for her, she has to take that initiative and that moment to either get a security and say, this is mine, and they will watch. If you know how to take your, up for your own self, when I'm on stage and they come and they start pulling the money, I watch. I don't let anybody try to come in and take over or step in place or,
For the most part, you better be dancing on that shit all night. Like, you gotta just know how to separate your shit. Like, we got good eyes, okay? One thing about dancers, we got good eyes. So, like, once that thing come falling down, like, bitch, I see that shit hit the floor, bitch, I'm on it. I'm dancing on that shit all night. Like, bitch, it's all around me. Yeah, split that shit.
If that situation was to happen to me where a guy just flung money, like I already got my pal, and he flinging money and it's going around, whatever's closest to me is mine, All that over there, unless I catch a sweeper or something walking by, I might tell him, hey, come grab this. You know, you see what he doing, like come get this. But if not, like 9 times out of 10, I don't be that petty because I be all about doing good and getting good back, like just as a whole. And sometimes that'll get in your way, you know. You fuck around, you pissed off about it because it don't go your way, and now your mood fucked up for the night, and you can't make no more money.
Every club is different though. There are places where if they're throwing it up in the air, they sweep it all up and everybody splits it. So it depends on where you're at and what club, but down in here in South Florida and the clubs that I worked at, I particularly prefer that if someone's throwing money, they keep it in an area that's like for me. Like I really don't like to be 3, 4, 5 girls in an area and she's got money from this guy, I got money from this guy, but it's all mixed up together.
As soon as we walk in, you just see money fights. Money fights everywhere. Cause like I say, it might be 2 rivals in there. You know what I'm saying? They got beef, but it's not real beef. It's strip club beef, strip club wars. You know what I'm saying? So they in there literally throwing money at each other. They're not even throwing money at the girls. This nigga throwing 1,000 to this nigga throwing 1,000 at this nigga. Sometimes they might not even rip the money out the plastic. They throwing the whole fucking plastic over there at each other. You feel me? So this some shit you might see if you come with me to a South Florida strip club. You know what I'm saying?
There's some places you can go and make money, but now, especially in Broward and in Pompano, it's like saturated. Like the girls that are doing it now is way too many.
Okay, I want to make this good because a lot of girls need to hear this because a lot of girls forgot how it is to get hired. So when I started, right, because I've been through a couple tryouts, you usually have to go through an audition. I love auditions. As a dancer, I hated them, but only for baby dancers. For me, on an audition, you have to come in with your, nails. I don't care if they're press-ons. Baby, come in with some makeup. I'm not gonna expect you to be glammed out, you know what I mean? But look presentable, look cute. You know what I mean? Think of it as like a night out. Like you're going to a club. Don't come in with no, I don't want to say ghetto, but I like to say stank attitude, like bougie. Well, I love bougie, but like, I can come in sweatpants, no makeup, and I'm still gonna get the job. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You gotta come in prepared, come in prepared like a regular interview, come in dressed up, heels on, makeup on, hair did, on your A1, and just sell yourself. Like an interview, like I sit there and I ask you, have you worked anywhere else? What kind of background you have on it, what made you come to the strip club if it's your first time, or if you took a break for a long time. And I just want to see confidence. At the end of the day, how you hold yourself and in the strip club, the more confidence you have and the higher standard you have for yourself, it's a better leeway and it's an easy one to get in.
But South Florida, in order to get hired, your nails gotta be done, hair gotta be done, toes gotta be done, you gotta have a new outfit. You gotta smell good, you gotta be shaved, you gotta have lashes, gotta have, everything gotta be on point. Like when you walk in to be hired, it gotta be on point, everything gotta be on point.
First they would look at your appearance, most definitely your appearance. If you came in, hair and makeup ready. I've went to clubs that I wasn't hired on because I either have tattoos, I had body flaws, or I had a C-section, or some clubs do hiring based off of appearances and things of nature, or some do appearances and stage presence and customer service and hospitality. All clubs are different, or some people will just look at you and be like, okay, you're hired. So every club has a different audition and hiring process.
Becoming a stripper is actually not that hard. Some clubs you can DM on Instagram, some you can call and inquire, and some you have to just show up. Most clubs that you have to show up to, there's an audition involved. You may have to dance full out, dressed in your outfit and your heels and everything. You may have to dance full out. Other clubs, just want you to get naked. You might have to do a 360 spin. You might have to spread your ass. Like,
it's not about what we like. It's about what men like. So I have a lot of BBW plus size dancers. I was a plus size dancer. So it's harder for us, for example, to get into certain places. But I like to see how you move and how you carry yourself. So if you come in and you know you look a certain way, you know you look a little bit fugly, you know, in the face without makeup, don't come in without no makeup. Like, if you know you got a little pouch, you know, you just had a baby, I had plenty. You know, wear a little high-waisted, little thing, something that, you know, compliments you. And you know you look good in. You know, anybody can look good. You just gotta put effort into, you know, doing so.
If they want to hire you, they just gonna be like, just get dressed and let me see you dance. And that's pretty much how you get hired. If it's like any more than that, they probably don't want to hire you, or, they probably just don't want to hire you.
When I went to Foxy Ladies in Miami, I had to get butt ass naked. That was my first time ever getting butt ass naked for, like, just the word. Like, I know I'm about to dance at a strip club, but management never said, like, okay, let me see your body. Like, that was kind of like, okay, whatever. In my head at the time, like, I'm just taking off my clothes, like, okay. He's like, okay, yeah, you can, yeah, you're good. Belly button, he was real big on, I remember, piercings. He's like, you got a belly ring? Okay. I came with my friend, and he was like, belly ring. So he must have had a thing with belly rings. I don't fucking know, but he was like, okay, go get dressed. Pay them tip out and go get dressed.
they might be checking to see if your booty was, I don't know. But different clubs require different things. Like, it might be a matter of a flat stomach, a fat ass, a bigger or smaller chest. Some clubs appreciate slim girls. Some clubs only want the bitches who done invested in themselves, to say the least,
Club Pink was very easy for me. I had my tip out, I'm pretty. They asked what shift I wanted to work, day shift. Okay, go get dressed out. Booby trap was just like that too. I came in with my friend when she got hired. After that, I just started coming in with my $80, got dressed, got on the floor. That was a pretty easy process for me. I see a lot of girls at Pink now just walking in, so they just hiring everybody now.
You walked in with a bunch of old veterans and they pretty much just said, get dressed and get on the stage. But I started at the store, I never wore lingerie before, and it was definitely a whole new vibe for me.
So I mean, the strip club culture right now for South Florida, bro, is levels to it again. It's a whole bunch of different type of vibes and culture going on within that shit. Like, you got the food culture in the strip club. Some people I got homeboy and all, they just go there just to eat food. I'm like, damn, nigga, you're eating food with a bitch shaking her ass right in your food. You're like, yeah, I like that shit, nigga. I'm like, okay. I don't personally go to strip club to just eat, probably day shift, I ain't gonna lie, I go day shift to eat. But you got the food vibe, you feel me? And then you got the chill vibe. Some people just go in there just to chill, bro. They just wasting time a little bit. They just chill, watching a little bit, tip a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the big tippers, niggas who come out at night, you know what I mean? That's what they came to do. They came to stunt, they came to show, they came to blow a little money, you know what I mean? They came to have fun. They just like making the flow get filled with ones, you know what I'm saying? That's what they like seeing. And then you got the people who just like to drink in the strip club on some day shift, on some happy hour vibe. Just want to go in there and just get a little drunk and see some ass shake.
I go to the strip club mainly for the antics. Like, I just be in the strip club on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? I like to fuck with the hoes. I like to eat food. I like the atmosphere, the environment of the strip club. I just like being in that bitch.
Depend on what you like. But I would say we going to G5, we going to the office for sure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the upper echelon females. We going to booby trap on the river because that's where all the celebrities at. So, you know, all the girls from all over, they want to come there to work because the celebrities are there. You know what I'm saying?
it was more like wanting things fast, you know? So like being in South Florida, it's like fast motion. Like once you see you got some money this way, you want to make money that way. Now you want to make money that way. So now it's like, okay, everybody trying to make money. So it's like, all right, it's like a never-ending cycle of like wanting to make money. Like you'll go broke and you still want to go make some more money.
Money was quite a shock. Not saying that today's money was like back then, but back in 2013, strip club funds were pretty nice. I probably went home like $3,000 on my first night.
And I probably was high and drunk when I walked in, so I barely remember how I felt, but I do remember my very first solo stage round as a dancer on stage, and I was one of those dancers that would get up there and just move so fast, like wouldn't stop moving. I was like so nervous and scared that I didn't know what to do, and you could tell I didn't know what to do. And it was really nerve-wracking because I had no experience. I felt out of place, and I was naked.
It was very different for me. I wasn't used to being naked around other people. I wasn't used to even being half dressed, like to the point of, you know, you still covering up, but you half naked.
Well, I was working at McDonald's at first, but I kind of got coerced, or what's the word? Not instigated. What's the word you use for it? Like,
No, I've actually worked other jobs. I worked Taco Bell. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was working at Party City, even when on maternity leave.
There you go. We'll use that one. I was coerced and manipulated and thought it was a good idea, so I did. That's what happens when you're young.
The streets. Damn, bitch, I'm a motherfucking star, ho. Shit on your life, ho. Shit on your life.
That's a great story because I first had a job as a cashier at Publix, and one day my sister came to me and said Playhouse had a booty shaking contest, and it was a twerk off or something like that, and this was in 2010. And I left my job at Publix literally that same night and went to audition for this contest. I won the contest. Never been in a strip club in my life. I was looking around at all the naked women. I had never been in a building full of naked women like that in my life. And then I just was like completely in like shock. And I won, and they offered me a job, and I decided, let's do it. Fuck it, I'm gonna be a stripper.
So I started dancing 18. That's when you were like legally able to dance in the state of Florida. So like as soon as I turned like a senior, like I met like some girls in like the dance class, some little boricuas, some senoritas and shit. And it was like, yeah, like we going shopping and this and that. And I'm like, well shit, I wanna go shopping too. I was already going shopping, but they had like nicer shit.
So I never was really promiscuous. I actually didn't experience myself until I got older. This came from really just having to be in the moment, having to do it. I was trying to work and do the good girl thing, 9 to 5, keep a job, go to school, but it just was conflicting. Everything was conflicting with my schedule. If I wanted to do the good girl role, it was like less money. Things were falling out of place. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I had to do.
So I think dancing was just always been a part of me. The stripping, the taking off the clothes part, I felt like that's just, I've never been shy of my body, so that just came normal to me when it comes to stripping and dancing on the stage. But yeah, I always danced in Easter parades when I was a little girl, so I've always known how to dance and kind of shake my ass and pop it and drop it like it's hot.
I wasn't really used to being naked in front of a bunch of people like that, so it definitely I had to get used to it. I had to get comfortable enough. But even with the fact that it was new to me, I still had a level of comfortability within myself because of the fact that I knew I looked good. And I looked like sexy. So I felt I could do it. Like I felt like it was something that my confidence allowed me to.
I was scared. I was nervous. My stomach was turning. It took me a minute to get on the floor. But I think she ended up giving me a shot or something. And I just kind of flowed from there.
I was still a teenager, still 18. So I wouldn't want to say I was shy because I got this big personality and big energy when I walk into the room. So I wouldn't, a little nervous, I would say, as a young girl, as a young dancer.
When I first started dancing, I didn't know how to do booty shake, and I just stood up there and was like, this is what I think I'm supposed to do, and I would just watch and then try it. Like I'd see other people do it, and then I'd try, like, interpret it. Like, when I would look at them, I would analyze the way that they move their hips, the way they move their legs, their stance, like all that, and just analyze, and then just do it myself. So my mother used to be a dancer, so that kind of was like in the family already. She was a stripper, and then she kind of like got my older sister into it and kind of like guided her to it, and then my older sister like got me and my twin into it. Well, first off, the first thing is that when you're new in a strip club and you don't know anybody, you have not worked in this business before, always be open to constructive criticism, as well as move smoothly, because some of these girls come in there with attitudes. They think that they don't want nobody to tell them what to do. You know, you get a lot of different personalities, so there's a lot of clash.
It's your first day, ain't no friendly shit. Yeah, you could be like, hey, you cute in the third, but like, yeah, ain't no friendly shit, cause like bitches be robbing for real.
I can tell a new girl, because you can tell when girls have not been in this business, because they ask a lot of questions, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know where they're going, they don't know pricing, and they ask these questions. Sometimes they don't even ask, they just do.
There was a lot I wish I would have known on my first day about VIP rooms, about the amount of groping, about how people could waste my time and what to look for, a bunch of red flags, how to protect myself from like drugs in my drinks. You know, I would have liked any type of guidance.
Bitches better not fucking steal, cause bitches be stealing.
No, for real. Like, for real. Bitches be robbing for real. You get your ass beat, they not gonna give you the camera footage, and your ass is out the door. Like, this is Florida. No, for real. For real.
Bitch, you steal your fucking money. I had my shit stolen one time before, y'all. Little tea time real quick. And I don't understand, because there's cameras everywhere. They have cameras everywhere.
I've been in this business so long that I have realized, like, I can't go and feel comfortable at a club with my stuff just sitting out. Girls will steal, they needy, they're broke. A lot of them don't have, they go without. So when they see somebody else, like another girl with stuff, they will take it. And that's a lot too, is that girls don't know, lock your stuff up. I've given out locks to girls left and right.
It depends like who you run into. Like sometimes it's a sneaky rob, but most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's in your face, but it's really on like how you come in, like when you walk through the door. Like your first impression is everything. Like if you come through the door and you're not it, you just not it.
You gonna get got, bro. Once you get too comfortable with this shit, the best of us gonna get got. So I ain't gonna sit here and try to be like, you ain't gonna get got, cause the best of us get got once you be in that world so long. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna get got, bro. Ain't no dodging that shit, man.
I noticed, because after, you know, I went in the dressing room and noticed my shit was missing, I went to tweaking out and had them check the cameras. I don't know who really stole, but they checked the cameras and I seen everything. But yeah, my shit was stolen. Like, bitches steal your money. That's why I don't go in there with like my purse. I don't go in there like, I swear I don't go in there with extra money. I literally go in there with my tip out money and my bag and my shit to get ready, and that's it. I don't play no game. A lot of bitches don't give a fuck in the club. But yeah, thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not come fucking talking to my customer if you see me sitting with them. You fucking wait. That's so fucking disrespectful. Bitches are rude and disrespectful, and they can't fucking. They're leeches. A lot of them are leeches in the club. Okay.
Don't step on other girls' money. or don't talk to other girls. Like, don't interfere with girls' customers in a way that is rude. There's a fine line on respect, that when there's a girl with a customer, to respect the fact that she's talking to them, right? Like, I hate when girls come up when I'm with somebody and try to intervene or try to take the customer or try to like get their attention and take it off of me, or if they're throwing money and there's a pile of money. I hate when girls come up and try to stand on the money or stand next to the money and then get money thrown on them so that they can like get some of it. Or there's like, that's probably one of the biggest rules, I feel like. It's just respecting other dancers and their money, like however they're making it.
So like, okay, for example, if you coming into the club and it's your first day, you don't want to come into the club and you know speaking to everyone, like that friendly shit just not gonna fly, because like it's just not gonna fly. They gonna run in your shit, they gonna take your shit, they taking all your shit, and that's it, and you ain't gonna come back. That's really what it is. Like, you don't want to be friendly your first day. Yeah.
Some of the girls were, hasty, mean bullies, but a lot of girls were very sweet and made me feel welcome, but didn't take the fear or the embarrassment of just the groping or being on stage and not knowing how to dance. So, but all in all, it was, I guess, a great experience if I'm still doing it almost 12 years later.
A lot of these girls don't know stripper etiquette, don't know how to properly approach somebody or how to handle themselves during interactions with people.
Like I said, you can't just come in there all the time and be cute and get money. If you don't know how to talk to a guy, your night gonna go half as well.
Soon as you walk in there, like, if you new to it or you ain't true to it, as soon as you walk in there, you know what I'm saying, you get your little ones or whatever, don't spend all your money on the first bitch you see, baby. Don't do that. Don't spend all the money on the first bitch you see, man. Because she might not be the one to let you do it all, you dig? So you gotta really go through there. What you do is you choose, my nigga. You go in there, like, say you my little brother, I'm taking you, I'm finna put you on point. Hey, bro, we finna walk in there, we finna get 501s, cause it's a light day, and we finna grab on every ass in that bitch. The girl who acts the most coolest, the vibe, she ain't tripping, a nigga grabbing a little ass, and you know what I'm saying? This the one we wanna fuck with. But the one who like, why you touching me, tip me? Nah, we don't want you around us. Cause she gon' bullshit. You gon' spend the bag and you're not even gonna have fun with her. She not even gonna make it feel worth it. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of the do's and don'ts. You better choose, bro. Don't go for the first girl you see in there.
But I still need my money. You're not gonna touch me unless you're paying me. Now, if he just walked up and was just fondling me for no apparent reason, he probably would have got smacked in the face. With no hesitation. I wouldn't even look to see who was behind me, just immediately. Whoops.
That's a green flag, I guess. Look, at the same time, you don't want to be disrespectful, but you gotta realize you at a strip club.
Everybody loves being touched and groped sometimes, but when you don't have permission and you just do it because you feel like it was nice or something to look at, that's highly disrespectful. And I respect my body, and I demand that everybody respects me as well. It's my body, my rules, and I say what goes and what doesn't go.
I feel like coming into the club as a customer and grabbing everyone's ass is, something different. Maybe it depends on the rules of the club, but I think it's a green flag. He wants to spend money on what he wants. As long as he's not being disrespectful with it, then I think it is what it is. Leave him be. Let him do him.
Do not touch. Don't touch the people. If they haven't given you money yet, don't touch them. Don't get on them, no nothing. Just, look sexy and feel pretty, but do not touch.
Don't just let them come sit down on your lap and start dancing. She gonna sit on your shit for about fucking 4 songs, and then you gonna think it was free. She gonna be talking to you, doing a little dance, and then she gonna get up and say it's $100. And your dumb ass gonna be like, bitch, I ain't asked you to dance for me. Why is it $100? She gonna call security, they gonna kick your ass out of there, you gonna pay this money that you ain't wanna pay for, because this bitch didn't do shit. It's a finesse game that these strippers do, you feel me? So you gotta be on point with that. Don't just let them sit in your lap, bro.
I've always had that mentality, and I consider it more of a business mentality because when you're in a strip club, you're a business woman. You're selling yourself.
I got a red bone, yellow bone, black bone, brown bone, and all of them like to show me. They hit me on my phone and tell me that they lonely. So I send them one text at the same time and tell them that I'm horny. It's early in the morning and damn it, I want all them. Now which one of y'all young ladies wanna take a ride in my donkey? I'm fresh out the hours, I was vibing in the hours and
So every club has a house fee, you know. That goes directly to the club. We make a lot of money in, you know, dance rooms, you know, VIP rooms, champagne rooms, single dances. We, the house gets, you know, a percentage of those. You rent out a space, you know, to dance in those little cubicles and dark spaces. So they would have to pay that to the club every time they go back there with a customer. Our drinks and tips. So if they decide to tip us out, and they tip us out good, we had a good night. But other than that, the more dances you do, the more dances you sell, the more VIPs you sell. That's the only way we make any extra money. And, you know, house fee, and that's it. And that's required at every club.
So, in the club, there's a few services that are available. It depends on the club. So there's the table dances. There's the VIP room. Shit, some clubs have lounge areas and private rooms with keys and, you know.
Legally, I'm gonna say it's for private dancing and companionship with customers, sitting, talking, enjoying conversations, maybe being a therapist. But some girls might see it as an opportunity to make an extra buck or, you know, be promiscuous.
Hey, number one, before you go to the back room, you need to lay everything out on the table. You don't want to go in the back room and she finesse you in the back room, talking about y'all gonna do that, and you only got 30 minutes back there. They don't let you be back there for no hour. This ain't no hotel. It's really 15 minutes to 30. You pay for every 15 minutes back there. You feel me? I think it's like 50 to 100. I think it's some shit like that. So you gotta discuss everything y'all about to do back there, cause if you don't, you get back there, bro, she gonna waste your 15 minutes, waste another 15 minutes to the point where you gonna end up paying the room and y'all ain't gonna be doing shit in there but arguing. Like, bitch, you gonna suck it or not? Bitch, what you doing, ho? You know what I'm saying? And then she still gonna get the money from you cause she gonna call security on your bitch ass and then you got to pay again. So you gotta really talk this shit out before you get in there, man. How much you want for that mile piece, bitch? What it is? You doing it all? Yeah. Okay, boom, you get in there. As soon as you get in there, you whip your shit out. You got your rubber, cause they got rubbers everywhere, but you know, we come prepared and shit like that, you feel me, if that's what you want.
Sex, for sure. Some girls do VIP, some girls straight up fuck on the floor. You just gotta be smooth with it. Come in there, know what you're looking for, know what you're asking for. If you nut up, you might get tricked out your money. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing is, if you don't want to go to the back room, right? And you in a little dark cut or whatever, and you want to get your little shit on. What niggas used to do, what I learned from the older niggas that was way before me, you feel me? Them niggas used to walk in that bitch with no drawers on. With some gym shorts, some thin shit, and while the whole dancing and shit, you got your dick, you know what I'm saying, in your fucking shirt like this here. You feel me? Hanging out, and the whole dancing, she feeling me. She might fuck around and start yoking that bitch too, you did? Nigga, nut all on that hoe, bitch. Shit like that, you feel me? So this shit get crazy, bruh. I swear to God, it get crazy depending on what level you at with this strip club game. You get it? I done did it all, bruh, so, cause I done learned it from the older niggas, you know what I'm saying?
I'll say this, I feel like most male predators that come to strip club, those are the guys that's coming in there, sweatpants, no drawers, you know. He might have on a pair of nice shoes, he might have on flip-flops, he don't give a fuck. Now, those customers do be having money, but the shit the violation you have to experience to get that, good luck.
Ain't nothing to it. And if you can, sneak a little video in. Nigga, shit, niggas ain't gonna believe it. Sneak a little video in, you know what I'm saying?
There's some of them can. It really depends on the management and how it's operated, because some of the clubs actually do have less like eyes on certain things. So there is a potential that, you know, there'll be a girl at the bar and, you know, the guy's got his fingers up her, or she's got her hands up his pants, or, you know, but the back rooms are pretty much, in most of these places, 99.9% of them are all go. So when you say that, you know, yeah, no drawers on, ready to quick in and out, yeah, it's majority of the clubs, that's probably got a room somewhere that is possible.
Everything can happen right here, right now. It's depending on how much you don't give a fuck, boy. You don't give a fuck, boy. She don't give a fuck. That's why I told you gotta choose. Then when I first said you gotta choose, you pick the one who's going. And once she going and you going, guess what's going? It's hoeing. Once both of us going, we hoeing.
Yes. Pretty lips, spreading the ass cheeks, all that kind of stuff is going on. It's going down in that bitch. Bitches getting fingers up their ass, their vagina. It's going down. Do everybody rock like that? No, but most girls get down.
You never know what's gonna happen. You know, it's always a party, it's always a surprise. You know, somebody's titty's gonna fall out, somebody's pussy's gonna come out, you know. It is what it is.
You wanna get down and freaky? You got day shift, you got solid gold. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfucking cheetahs. You got motherfucking Club Pink. You got gold fingers. You got tussies. Tussies is some high class prostitution. I'm not supposed to be saying that. Y'all might be mad at me, but fuck them.
I don't believe that all strippers are prostitutes. I believe that they have, there's a lot of
The new one's not. That's it. The new one's not. Next question.
Any of these girls that have been in the business for a long time, I don't think you could find a girl that has been in the business for at least a couple years and ask her if she has never done something of that sort. If she says she hasn't, she's probably lying. She either met somebody in the club that at some point outside of the club, she is exchanging her services probably for. It's 2-3 years in that business. Eventually you're gonna, at some point, either you're gonna get so fucking drunk and it's gonna happen, or you're gonna be in a situation where you had a couple bad nights and now you're desperate because it happens, and the girls will say, all right, I'm gonna do it. $300, I'll do it, you know?
Okay, when I say the new ones, I mean like the ones that just started dancing, they not. Give them a few more weeks and then they will be. That's the truth.
No. Do I believe that every girl has a price? Yes.
You're not prostitutes. You're just people that's trying to get by.
If they say no, if the girl says no, I don't fucking believe her.
Every girl don't got no price. Isn't every girl don't got a price. And she is right. All you just said that she said, I am that. I go to work, I make my money, ain't no fucking, ain't no sucking. And I'm gonna let you know too, like, and I feel like I'm getting more respect by telling people I got peoples, you know? I got peoples. And then they'll come out and say, well, I got a wife. Okay, well, let's go to the back, let's get a couple dances.
I would not believe her. And a lot of that too, maybe if she's a first year girl, the first year dancing, she might not. She might not because she's scared. But once she hits that second and third year, she's gonna learn. She's gonna see other girls doing it. She's gonna wanna do it before you, or she's gonna be invited into a room with other girls. That's when she's being offered $600 and she's gonna do a little play. It doesn't always have to be like full on, but the price is right. I don't know any girl that's been dancing 2-3 years that won't.
No, strippers aren't prostitutes. I feel like strippers, dancers, you know, I consider them entertainers, I call them dancers, entertainers, are very different. Like in the strip club, there's different types of females. So you see everything. So you see your your escorts, you know, your real dancers, your 9-to-5, you know, women that come in after work, you know, just to make extra money and go home to their, you know, husbands and boyfriends and stuff like that. I feel like the strip club, we are independent contractors, so everyone's coming in there on their own accord and their own schedule, you know, with their own, you know, mentality. I have dancers that come in now and sit there and just wait for their next trick to take home. You know what I mean? And then I have dancers that come in, which, you know, those I consider the escorts of the club. And then I have my strippers, my dancers, that actually come in after a 9-to-5, go to school, have their own businesses, you know, and fund themselves, have marriages, happy like relationships, and go straight home. You know, it's just dancing for them. It's just an extra money. Then I have the girls that are escorts only at the club. So you sometimes get those that want to sit there and, you know, sell themselves in the VIP or whatever.
Nah, I don't think all stripper bitches are hoes, bro, cause I know both sides of the spectrum, you feel me? I knew a chick, bro, she was in that bitch, nigga, faithfully, fam. You would think she was goddamn the most sluttiest bitch, dog, but she was strictly about her business, boy. She give you that lap dance, nigga, shit, move on to the next person, you know what I'm saying? And she graduated, she left the strip club, never came back. You never heard nothing about her. And then I know this other chick, bitch, she act like she goody two-shoe, but nigga, she in the back rooms, bitch, every night trying to make that goddamn payout, you feel me? Cause ain't no money being thrown, so she in the back room, bitch. If she gotta pay $250 for her payout, she only made $150. She looking for that next victor for that 100. Hey, 100 for the back room, suck you up, or whatever, mop you up, whatever, you get it? So
not every girl does private dances, not every girl sells their body, not every girl, it's a job. It's a job. It's a lifestyle, yes, but it's also a job. Some girls shake their butt and go right home to their significant other. Some people have the respect for themselves. Not every dancer is the same.
It's all the same thing. To me, all strippers are prostitutes. You are literally a prostitute. That's in my personal opinion. So there's a strong correlation between stripping and prostitution, because it put it like this in, and it's like when you a jit, first you start holding hands, then you start hugging, then you start kissing, then you start fucking. And that's like the strip club. First is one dance, next is the back room. From the back room, you in a nigga hotel. That's just how I start. And to me, every hoe got a price. It ain't no hoe on this earth that ain't got a price. Every hoe got a price, whether you are a saint, a good girl, a bad girl, whatever you think you, oh, I don't do that. Yeah, you do, hoe, you do that, and you do it the most. You do that to death, actually. So all these hoes got prices, and all these hoes are prostitutes, to me.
So it's both sides of the spectrum, bro. Some girls really dancers, and some girls in that bitch, nigga, they living the life. That's how I look at that shit. You living the life, or you just a dancer?
Not to me, they are prostitutes. Listen to me, trust me, bro. I know I done seen this shit, bro. I done seen this shit, and it's crazy because you got some niggas like, oh, my hoe love me, this, and that. You get that hoe 240. Now your hoe, she acting crazy. And you got some hoes who might not go for 240, but they'll go for 500 a band. You got some hoes like, I never do none of that. But you got some niggas like, bitch, here goes 7,000. Before you know it, a whole different hoe. So, yeah, them hoes go on, bro, fuck that.
Moments ago, the governor signed a new law banning anyone under 21 from working as strippers at strip clubs. The measure is part of the state's fight against human trafficking.
And NBC6's Jamie Garola is live in Coral Gables, where the bill signing ceremony just wrapped up. Jamie?
Yeah, Florida ranks third in the nation for the number of calls to the human sex trafficking hotline. The new law not only restricts the age for strippers, but also funnels money into programs that help victims of human trafficking.
Hey, here we are.
Today, Governor Ron DeSantis took another measure to combat human trafficking in Florida. Florida House Bill 7063 is a new law that raises the minimum stripper age in the state from 18 to 21. Florida ranks third in the nation for reported cases of human trafficking abuses, many of those sex trafficking.
Because we're a state that's a destination state, we host big events, whether it's the Super Bowl or the college football championship, all these different things. Unfortunately, that attracts human trafficking.
The new law also provides a grant program for online sting operations targeting sexual.
This business can make you or break you. It is scary if you don't have the right ways to move. A lot of these girls, like I had best friends that have been drugged, raped, I had a friend that she had went to go make extra money from outside the club, the people she met in the club, went to go try to make money. Next thing you know, she wakes up in the hospital with her face busted wide open and a rape kit done on her with 4 different men's come inside of her. And that's the kind of stuff that I want to be able to show and teach people, like, be careful what you do and how you move, because you can end up in those situations dead or overdose or you never know, end up in a situation where you get raped, and these girls are not safe about what they're doing. They will end up in situations that are not good. There's a lot of girls that come into the strip club business that have pimps, that have managers, that have people that are putting them onto money or making them go get the money or giving them quotas. And it's not easy because then they're getting beat up or they're getting fed drugs, and they almost get in situations where they are obligated to do things they don't want to do. And that can be rough. So there's a lot of new girls coming into this business blinded and not knowing what to do because they say, oh, well, I want to make money. So then they get an opportunity. Next thing you know, they go to this opportunity and then something bad happens to them. And I would want to share a message to people, young girls coming into the business, to show them, like, they have to be very, very careful. Hopefully they can find somebody, another female that's been in the business that could be a mentor, that can kind of guide them and give them some advice. And that's something that I've been doing.
When I was in the escorting lifestyle, I was very young. I was 18, just turned 18. I didn't really have like a sense of direction. I was very influenced by men in my life and trying to fill like, the needs that I wanted. And I was very active in like the party lifestyle, so I used to promote all the time downtown. Be around everybody, meet all types of different people. A lot of club owners, a lot of dancers, a lot of, party goers. And I ended up meeting this one guy, ended up trusting him, and he ended up showing me like, the other side of the nightlife. So where things got a little more like real. Sorry. But I was just heartbroken. I found this guy downtown, pull up in a Porsche. I was impressed. I'm 18, just freshly outside, trying to have fun. And I thought it was cool. And we were sitting in the car, and I was like, what do you do? I was like, interested. And he said, I'm a pimp. I laughed, and I was like, you're joking. He's like, nah, I'm being for real. I'm like, if you're being for real, how many bitches you have? How many girls you have? He was like, I got about like 4 or 5. So we ended up talking about it, telling me a little bit about it, and I was just interested. I was already, fast, young, pretty, in every section. Every guy wanted to take me out, but, I was like, fuck men at the moment. And I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it out. And then that's kind of how it started. I ended up getting arrested during a sting, and I can laugh about it now because it's funny, but it was a slow ass night, and I was sitting at the room trying to make some money, and then I got arrested because I went for an alcohol. The first call I got, he agreed to motherfucking $900 for an hour. I knew I haven't made money all night. I wanted to go make some money. It was too good to be true. But I was pressured to make money, you know, had pressure to make some type of quota, so I just went for it. Got to the hotel. It was like a big ass hotel, so it's called the Gaylord Palms. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's a big ass hotel, resort type of thing. A lot of trees, restaurants inside. It was really pretty. I pulled up, saw a lot of like, it was just very quiet and very empty. It was like it was literally a Friday night. I knew it was supposed to be some action, but I thought it was like, okay, the phone's slow, so the night must be slow. Walk in, there's a few people in black shirts. The guy met me downstairs, and then ended up in the room, and then like got fully undressed, and you know, 4 guys walked in, and that was really it. Got arrested for prostitution. Scared, first time getting arrested. Scared as shit. But yeah, and that's when it all began, and I decided to keep going. Left the first guy about a year after and moved back home. And then literally the next weekend, I met another guy at random, pulled up to his house, and 3 bitches are in the fucking living room, white girls, and I just knew it. I was like, oh shit, I just walked into another situation. But at that point, I was already addicted to the lifestyle. I was making fast money, making thousands a night, you know, not really having to worry about bills. My first time, probably with him, the first week, my first date, I got raped at gunpoint, well, knife point. And it kind of like started like this depression, I guess. It wasn't so fun for me no more. It was more like I have to watch behind my back whenever I'm walking down the street. One guy, one date, came up right behind me and held a knife right to my head, like neck, and robbed me. It's just a different feeling when, like, you're making all this money, but you're not feeling like worthy. I was mentally broken, suicidal. I started getting into drugs and got addicted to Molly. I left in the middle of the night out of nowhere, and I just decided to change my life around. So I moved back home, which I didn't want to do. I didn't have no family. They turned their back against me. I was just relying on close friends and guys. And basically got into the strip club. I was living in a hotel room, paying weekly, daily rooms, and I didn't have no way to pay. I couldn't get a job. I could get a job, but I can't wait 2 weeks for a damn paycheck to pay a daily room of $80, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to go back to like the lifestyle of sexual intentions and desires and stuff like that, but the money was just too good. So I was like, I gotta find a happy median. So I found a strip club. Didn't know nothing about dancing, but I knew everything about nightlife and clubs. So, and how to finesse men. So I was like, fuck it, why not try it? Worked my first night, made $800. Was able to pay a whole weekly room instead of a daily room. Then I started working there. The strip club helped me basically change my life in a way that I can still use the skills that make me me. You know, I never forget what I went through. I just used it to make myself better. I would say it gave me like a new identity. So it was kind of like a growth of persona. And it made me a better person mentally, physically. I was in the best shape. And I kind of used, and in that club, in that place, it made me feel like family. So I was able to elevate and grow. So it was I fell in love with the family-oriented lifestyle of the strip club. Everybody comes in for the same reason. You know, single mothers, girls that have been through past traumas, girls with, you know, disabilities, you know, mentally and, you know, just trying to make it. You know, it's hard. I see a tremendous growth. The strip club saved my life it gave me a reason to keep living again, I guess.
Some girls really dancers, and some girls in that bitch, nigga, they living the life.
I knew she was a performer when I seen that frame, and I knew she was